What is up, everybody? I'm your host, analyst, reporter, Ian Catan, aka Stephen B. Smith, and you're probably wondering what's going on. Well, this is going to be our new segment of the front office show called The Wheel of LOC. Working title, stay with me. The way this is going to work is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to have all 16 teams, and then whatever team I land on, we're going to go to the Instagram and break down 3 of their plays from their most recent win. So, without further ado, Trojans is in here. Let's add them real quick. Trojans. All right, and here we go. The first team are the Cobras. All right. Round of applause, round of applause. Let's see here. Cobras. They are suffering a loss, bumping them down to, I think, 4-1. But here's a win. 36-16 over the Phantom, who are actually now on a 2-game win streak. Shout out Max Fenton. So let's go over some of these clips. Here's Chase. Wow. That's a nice shot. Doesn't have a lot of stuff going on. Looks like there's some miscommunication. Or maybe we could turn up the volume. Let's see again. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. That's deep. He moved up when he shot. That's a good foot maybe behind 3-point line. Good clip, Chase. See, Chase going downhill. Ooh, that's nice. That's a pro move right there. So, let's see that again. Chase, with his eyes, you see the beginning of the clip. He acts as if he's going to go into the paint, right? Right here. See, look, his eyes are facing that way, and then he cuts back. Zach, now his top foot is facing inside of Chase's frame, right? So all Chase has to do is get outside leverage. But Zach actually recovers well with the outside foot. Not LOC foul. And then Chase realizes that he has a step. So instead of going 1-2, right, it's a righty layup. So you go right, left, and lay it up. He actually is going to go off 1 here, right, to catch him off balance. High tier off the glass. Pro move Chase Canner. All right, let's see one more. Looks like a Phantom clip. And then just a nice little entry pass down low. Assisted by, I think, there you have Martin arguing the call. Jake Saxon, 4th Man of the Year candidate. Jasper getting position inside. And I like what he does there. He doesn't bring the ball down, right? He realizes he has a height advantage over a smaller Ben Dinkin, and he goes up right away. That's good basketball. It's a pro move. Shout out Cobras. All right. So, I'm actually moving. If that's okay with you guys. Oh, you see me? All right. Next team. Let's see. Ooh, Trojans. They actually just won today. So let's see if that post is up. It is not. Trojans. Here we go. Brody Handwerker with the interview. Horner on the side. Let's see. Looks like a nice entry pass. Leo, 1 dribble, fadeaway. That's nice. I don't think even Horner realizes necessarily what he's doing here. But this cut actually then allows for Nico to cut. If you look at where, I think this is who? Dylan? Dylan is ball watching, right? Right here, if Nico's to cut behind, once Horner clears out of space, they essentially have a 2-on-1, right? But Leo kicks it out. Nico looks for him, but he realizes that he's being sealed off on that side. So he kicks it to Horner. And then Horner, once Leo regains position, throws it inside. And then Leo does the rest. 1 dribble, nice. That looks like a clip for the other team. Horner, chicken. Shooters rule. They got 2 feet inside the 3-point line. You let it fly. PJ, don't get in your head, but nah. 2 feet behind the 3-point line. If you're a shooter, get that shot up. And let's see one more. It's a Hurd clip. All right, let's see it. Zoe Tween. Cross. Push over. Ooh, that's nice. That's real nice. He's going to set it up, right? Act like he's going inside. And then he realizes, Sam, if you see there, Sam is turning his head, right? Before he even gets the screen. Zoe realizes that, pulls it back, and it's a nice straight ball. All right, second team done. Depending on time, we'll see how many teams you do. Maybe 4 or 5. All right, next one. Oh, Academy. All right, let's see. When did they win? Have they won? No, they won. Let's see. Academy. Academy did suffer a loss today to the Trojan, but it was a good game. All right, let's see it. First clip we got Ravi Vora. Confident 3-ball. I like Ravi's form. I was actually talking about this with Brody today watching his game. If you notice when Ravi shoots, he gets his whole body into the shot, right? Very low base when he catches the ball. And then when he goes up, right, he sets it, gets a nice dip, and then his whole body extends. And what's good about his shot is that it's very clear on what's a foul and what's not when you contest him, because he doesn't go too far up. Like, he doesn't move too far forward when he lands. So, very efficient shooting here by Ravi Vora. All right, next clip. Ravi will tween cross. Tween. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. Ravi sets it up. That's a good screen by Sango. Good little go screen. Tween to pull back. That's a good retreat dribble. And then Akif is going to recognize that I think that's arm on is off balance. Gets nice and set. That's a good screen. Ravi, look at all that space that he created because Reese drops off the PNR. Chicken. All right. Next clip. That's barbecue. Let's see. Oh, Nico being featured in the Academy. I'll give him his props. I don't know if this is an assist for Ravi, but screen assist, right? He gets set. He realizes that I can't really tell. I think that's Ryan. Ryan turns his head. Stop turning your head. Look at all that space. Look at that space that's created, right? And then he realizes that he rips, goes to his left hand, and brings it back. Tough play, Nico Benner. All right. This has been pretty cool. All right. Next team is Green Giants. Love to see it. They just suffered a loss to the Phantoms. I think that's actually that game. But let's find a win for the Green Giants. Here we go. Good win over the Academy. Let's see. Is PJ with the bandana with the... Oh, that's pro. MVPJ. Little tween. And then again, he's got no Kent going downhill. But even then, or is that no okay? I can't tell. He's in good possession. That's a good contest. That's a tough shot. Small guards. This is a lesson to all small guards. The more height you get when you shoot a jump shot, the harder it is to contest. He still contested well, but that's a great shot by MVPJ. Let's see. Ethan with the screen. PJ setting it up. Again, that's a tough shot. Really tough shot. See right here, you got Ethan. Screen setters. Why are facing that direction? Aaron Baines, maybe arguably the greatest NBA screen setter of all time, right? That's not a screen. Ethan Finger, that's not a screen. You want to be this way, right? Because what is PJ going to do here? Because even if he's in drop coverage, Ravi has enough time to recover, and then Ethan doesn't have anything on a flare or on a roll. But PJ, look at that. That's off too. That's hard, right? Ideally, footwork, you want to go right, left when you're working to your left. That's a great contest, but it doesn't matter. And one. All right, let's see another one. Tristan pulling it out. Academy. What are we doing here? Why are we going under a screen when PJ Rosenthal has the ball? No glaze. I don't want to hear it. 2 feet, not only inside 3-point line, but they're behind Tristan. Why not let it fly all day? All right, let's see how many we've gone through. We've gone through 4 teams, right? Let's do one more quick episode. We'll see. It's kind of fun. Angels. Nice. Just suffered a tough loss to a very, very good High Flyers team. Are they better or worse with Matt Dell? That is the question. Brett said himself that he's not as good as Matt Dell. But redraft, where would Matt Dell have gone? You're taking Buff Krupp? Well, let's watch some of his clips. Sam Cush. Oh, we can't do clips. He's not even on the team. Krupp. That's nice. That's nice. Putting his hands above his head. Look at where he's contesting from. I don't care if you can jump high, unless you're Kieran Lee, because that guy can really jump high. That ideally is a good contest. But let's watch this clip one more time. Let's really zoom in. Let's really analyze. Look at where he's jumping from, right? Look where Krupp is. Look at all that space. That's not actually altering the path of the shot. Krupp doesn't change his form in any way. Krupp has that old head, let me show you how to use the glass shot. But even then, you got to get up. Move your feet. Lateral quickness. That's all what it's about. Sam Cush. Again? He's got to be playing like that for his own team. All right, let's see. Board, Cush. Oh, don't tell me. I promise I'm not hating. I promise you I'm not hating. I did do Nico, though, so. Ooh, wow. That's a tough take right here. That's great defense. Leo Green is a hard guy to move. But so is Krupp. So you see he gets set up here. That's a great move. I don't think Krupp did it exactly right, but that's a cross jab. John Morant, if you look up all of his highlight dunks, he sets it up with that little cross jab. You push it over, and then with your right foot you plant, and then you step out with your left, right? But the ball is now in your right hand. So the defender shifts, right, because your body's going that way. But realistically, you just push the ball over, and your right foot is planted. So once you go right, left, and you spring off, all right? So use that right foot, springs off, and then he does a little tuck pickup, one-arm tuck pickup. There's a few different types of pickups when you go into the lane. The best one for something like LOC is either a jolt pickup or the tuck, right? Because everybody's so handsy, you're not going to call that many fouls. So when you do that little tuck dribble, that tuck move, right, and you pull it back, that gives you, so here you see the cross jab, he puts in his right foot, plants with his right, goes outside with his left, and then right here, tucks it behind, right? That's a pro move. Goes 1, 2, and then that's just a tough finish. Can't teach that. Let's do one more clip. That's not the Angels, baby. Lay him. Who's that on? I can't tell. But again, he does the same move last time, right? It's in his left hand here. Puts it in his right hand. He doesn't do it exactly right, but the premise is the same. See, look, right here, you can see right foot planted, and then he steps out with his left, but his body is still in that direction, right? Lays it up. Beautiful. Let's do one more. I'm having fun. Let's do one more. I'm having fun. The LOC's number 1, right? Yeah. Intellectuals. All right, here we go. Easy clip to find. Let's see. First clip. Entry pass down low. Matthew M. 4th man of the year? I think so. Let's watch this clip one more time. Nice feed from Avi. That's good. That's a good pass because Avi makes it a bounce pass, right? Right here, Kaiser, not awful positioning, right? He is behind him, but he's pushing him outside of the paint, which is ideally what you want, right? Avi, I don't know if he really does this intentionally, but when you get a chest pass, right, your momentum is taking you this way. But when you get a bounce pass, the momentum is taking you that way, right? It's like down and up versus just out. So that bounce pass lets him corral the ball and spin at the same time. And then Sam, oh my days. Pause. Lays it up. Beautiful right hand. No backboard needed for Matthew M. Let's see it. Nate Lynch, the stick. Ooh. Give me a little dizzy. He is far. He is far behind. That's a lot of space, but come on. He had all day. He had enough time to roll the ball in his hands. Oh, my goodness. Roll the ball in his hands, go to KFC, get some food, and then shoot that ball. All the time in the world. Nothing but net. Let's watch one more clip. The stick. Not watching that. They lost. Oh, Simon says jump. Good boy. Look at that. Good entry pass. Again, the bounce pass. Utilize it. Right into Mim. What I just say, the bounce pass. Because it was a bounce pass, right? Because it was a bounce pass, Mim was able to utilize the bounce into his pump fake, right? He catches it here, and he goes up with the ball. Kaiser is off balance, and then he realizes that Avi is sealing Chase for a post-up, and he has all the time in the world to shoot that ball, and one. And I think that's going to conclude it for this first edition, a little pilot episode of the Wheel of LOC working title. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think and if we should keep doing this. So, we will see.